Good afternoon, this is Brendon with Brendon's Aquaponics Farm. A little different look here. We're on the other side of the house. I figured I would give you a little look into some of the other things I do at my yard besides the aquaponics. Out front here, I've got my herb garden that I try to keep my dogs out of. Cooper, go, out. And I've got over there rosemary, the verbena, lemon verbena, oregano and thyme here, and kind of jumping over here, chives, all that come back every year with no effort. I do nothing, and they come back, just need to clip them a little bit, make them grow a little better. So that's kind of the reoccurring herbs. Roped here so they kind of go around it and don't step in it, is cantaloupe, and over here is my crimson watermelon. So trying that out this year. Never grown it before. Curious to see if it works. I did it out here so I would get a little more bees, because I think those need to be pollinated. So over here to the left of the driveway is kind of the blueberry patch. I love blueberries, and I planted, there's about 7 plants here. The reason there's more than you kind of see, you might be counting and saying he's not too swift at math, but what I did is, you need to group blueberries to grow them, and so they'll pollinate and whatnot and grow well. So what I did is I actually did an experiment. I did one where I left one single, grouped them close together, but then I started planting 2 together. Those are actually 2 different varieties that I planted together, and same with this one, 2 different varieties, and then a single and a single. Worked really well. One, I've got some great blooms on my rabbit eye here. This is probably the most prolific one. It's got just blooms all over it, or blueberries all over it. This one coming in behind it, I think this is either a powder blue or a Jersey. I can't remember. There's literally 100 or so varieties of these things, but blooms all over the place as well on this one. This one is a little farther behind in the development. That's another thing I learned with blueberries, just kind of getting into this, is these, there's usually about, I think, 3 seasons or 3 time frames that the blueberries come in. So I picked a bunch in different times. So as you see down there, that little guy doesn't have hardly any blooms on it yet. And all the way down there, he hasn't even started putting flowers out. So kind of spreads out the crop. So in case you get raided by birds or whatever, you can still recover and have some. I don't know how to deal with that. This is my first year with a good crop of blueberries. So we'll see if I get attacked by the birds and feed them. But as you can see, close up, got some great blueberry growth on this rabbit eye. These things also, I know this one for sure gets to about 10 feet tall. The rest, I think, some of them are bush, some of them are more, 10 feet to the 12-foot range. So it's probably going to be a wall of berries eventually, which is fine by me. It's kind of why I kind of planted them close together, and I'm fine with it all blending. But we'll see as time progresses. In the middle of the yard here, I've got a Fuji apple tree that's in its 2nd year. It's got some good growth on it. Had an apple last year that fell off. It's in its 2nd year. I think typically fruiting trees do their best in year 3 on. So we'll see if we get anything off of that. Pruned it this year also, the way people kind of say you should with apple trees, so they can hold the weight. And then finally, for fruit in the front here, this is a peach tree. I got a peach tree in the back too that I haven't shown y'all, but this is a peach tree that was grown improperly. Got it for $1 at Home Depot or Lowe's, one of them, and then cut it back and trying to salvage it to see if I can regrow it. So it's got some good growth on it. We'll see if any of the branches pan out for fruit bearing, and then we'll kind of start pruning it from there. And then my latest pickup is these grapes. I've got a grape that's Concord, basically a purple grape, and then I got green grapes here. Again, I picked these up at Lowe's when they were on their last leg. They looked like they're about to die, and they sold them to me for $1. You can always go into these departments that have fruiting plants out of the season, and if they look halfway dead, they're about to throw them away anyway. You can buy them for dirt cheap prices. Just offer something to them. They'll usually give them to you for pretty much free. So this thing was half dead, soaked it, and it's been in the ground for about a week, and it's already got a ton of blooms on it. or not blooms, but leaves. And then this one over here is struggling a little bit, but I have a feeling I see a few little shoots coming out the side of that little V right there, and so we'll see some more growth on that fairly soon. You can see it coming out the little buds. So anyhow, that is the tour of the front of the house. So this is my peach tree in the backyard. It's actually doing pretty good this year. It's the second year it's been in, really growing well. Pruned it this year, and we do have peaches. We've got a little bud growing here. And then we got one down here, one over here. I think I saw one up here somewhere, but so that's good. So we got peaches this year. Be interested to see if they stay on. Oh, there's one down here. Actually, two down here. One and then two right behind there, little guy. But yeah, so that's a lot. And then here is the red lettuce that I transferred. Shoot, I don't know. When I put the strawberries in some time ago, I transferred all that red lettuce out here. Don't know if it's any good. Be probably eating it tomorrow. Looks about ready to harvest. At least some of it. Let it keep growing. And then you see a little bit of these little, well, it's a strawberry leftover, but a Swiss chard kind of poking through. I think it's a little late for that, but we'll see. Some of it's getting bigger, so it might be edible. But so there's the two. This completes kind of the front and the backyard outdoor beds, aside from the aquaponics. Oh, look at there. Have some strawberries that have decided to migrate outside of the bed. Anyhow, have a good one.